Long ago in ancient Jerusalem lived Jesus, known for his compassion, kindness, and message of God's truth. Crowds came from all around to hear Jesus and witness his miracles. But not everyone welcomed Jesus as a force for good. Some city leaders and teachers grew uneasy with his rising influence and the truths he spoke. Secretly, they began plotting to arrest him. Judas, a disciple, gave in to fear and betrayed Jesus for 30 silver coins. That night, as Jesus prayed in Gethsemane, Judas arrived with soldiers and revealed who to arrest. Jesus was brought before the high priest, where false witnesses accused him with made-up charges. Though Jesus had done nothing wrong, the leaders viewed him as a danger that needed to be removed. So they brought him before Pontius Pilate. Pilate questioned Jesus, but found no wrongdoing in him. Still, the crowd, pushed by the leaders, shouted loudly for him to be crucified. Pilate, overwhelmed by the crowd's demands and fearing unrest, finally gave in. The soldiers seized Jesus and mocked him, pressing a crown of thorns onto his head and draping a purple robe over his shoulders, mocking him as King of the Jews. They forced him through the streets, weighed down by a heavy wooden cross, toward a hill called Golgotha, meaning the place of the skull. There, they drove nails through Jesus' hands and feet and lifted the cross upright. As he hung there in overwhelming pain, Jesus prayed for mercy upon those who had harmed him, showing kindness even in his suffering. For hours, he remained on the cross beneath the scorching sun, surrounded by a few faithful followers and his mother, who watched in heartbreaking sorrow. At last, Jesus cried out, "It is finished," and then he breathed his final breath. The sky grew dark and the ground trembled, as if creation itself grieved the death of God's Son. His followers gently removed his body from the cross, wrapped him in linen, and placed him inside a tomb. A massive stone was rolled across the entrance to seal the tomb. Roman guards were stationed outside to ensure no one could take his body. But 3 days later, something extraordinary occurred. The women who had followed Jesus came to visit the tomb, only to see the stone moved aside and the tomb standing empty. An angel appeared and said, "Don't be afraid. Jesus, who was crucified, is not here. He's alive." After his resurrection, Jesus appeared to his disciples and to many others. Jesus told his followers to spread his message everywhere. Then Jesus rose up and returned to heaven. He promised to always be with them in spirit. His sacrifice and resurrection became the foundation of faith, proving that love conquers sin and death.